Hi there, everyone. My name is Christian Eschbach, and welcome to another one of my album reviews. If you're one of my regular viewers, you know that this is the second review in an Iron Maiden triple shot. And I'm going to just get right into this one right away because this one has a lot of other details I got to talk about. Iron Maiden, No Prayer for the Dying. Now, I've got variations of every release of Iron Maiden CDs that there is, okay? I've got original releases that are the pre-remastering phases. I've got the enhanced CDs. This is part of the enhanced CD collection, which sort of, not entirely, but sort of. And the enhanced CD collection is when they did remasters in '98. And then there is, you know what? I'm sorry. This is not part of the enhanced collection. This is part of a different one. Sorry. Okay, so you got this one, and then you got the enhanced CDs, and then you got the new digitally remastered ones, and I'm sure there's another set in there somewhere too that was released. Iron Maiden over releases their old CDs like crazy. At least they add new stuff every time, sort of, sometimes. I haven't looked at too many of the new Digi remasters that they've done. This one, I'm sorry, is from, I believe, the original release collection in the 90s. The reason why I mixed this up is Iron Maiden kind of did this major thing where they did a major re-release of all their singles at one point before they did the enhanced CD releases. That sucked. Now, this one here I picked up because I got really lucky. I was picking up the singles because there's some cool tracks on the singles. A lot of, B-sides, right? I like B-sides. And there were a lot of cool B-sides. And there was interview series on all of the singles with Nico called Listen to Nico. And Nico would talk about the singles and stuff like that. They were fun and entertaining to listen to. The Nico parts you listen to every once in a blue moon. They were kind of like listening to a comedy album, sort of. But not quite as good. A little bit. Some of the stories are quite funny. And Nico tells them in a way that's really humorous. I'm going way off topic because that has nothing to do with... Well, it sort of has to do with this. When I bought this. Now, you'll see it says 2 CDs. On the back, it only lists the contents of 1 CD. The reason why is the second CD is the B-sides with all the singles from when they were doing the single re-releases. Now, I don't get a listen with Nico on this one, but I do get 4 tracks. Now, I don't know who did... all the original versions of these except for one of them. So you got All in Your Mind. I'd have to check. That's what up here is for. Kill Me Ce Soir, I'm a Mover, and Led Zeppelin's Communication Breakdown. Now, Led Zeppelin's Communication Breakdown is actually what I really wanted the second CD for because, Now, I think that they could have produced it better. And I think they could have recorded it better. And I think that they should redo Communication Breakdown again and do it better. There's other singles they can do that go with that. And the reason why I say that is it just did not feel like it was heavy enough, Felt like the production was kind of thin on it for some reason. I just, it should be thicker, should be heavier. All in Your Mind, good tune. Kill Me Ce Soir, I like that tune, man. That's actually that's my favorite song on the second disc. It's actually, between the 2 discs, it's one of my favorite and most played songs. And I already mentioned Communication Breakdown. So that is the bonus CD. Let's get into the actual core CD now. I'm going to be honest with you, the bonus CD to me is a little more fun than the core CD. Because All in Your Mind is a good tune. It's a bit of and I Am a Mover is another good tune. It's a bit, like for Maiden, they feel kind of album fillery. But let's talk about the actual Maiden tracks, huh? Well, yeah. Okay. Tailgater opens up this album. Tailgater is a cool tune. I do enjoy Tailgater. It's not one of my favorite Maiden songs, and when you look at that compared to Aces High, it's kind of all right, we did a song that way, let's do a song this way. It's kind of how it feels to me, sort of. Holy Smoke, it follows that up. I totally dig Holy Smoke. Holy Smoke is this great tune. I really like the lyrical content behind it. I really like that they're basically they're shooting a middle finger at evangelical Christians and all those big, give me your money, send me this, send me that type people on TV, fake faith healers, that type of crap. So I really like Holy Smoke. It really kind of sticks it to him with that. All right, next three songs just kind of, to me, just instrumentally, they're great Maiden instrumental tracks. Vocally, Bruce does his thing great, but they're just basic kind of Iron Maiden tracks. Nothing I'm overly about. You got No Prayer for the Dying, which isn't a bad tune. I enjoy what they do with it. I kind of like how they kind of play with it a little bit. It's nothing major, though. Fate's Warning. Oh, sorry. Public Enema #1. And then Fate's Warning. Both of those, they just kind of, they blend, like I said, you get No Prayer for the Dying, Public Enema #1, Fate's Warning. The three tracks just kind of blend into each other, and there's nothing stand outish. They're just kind of there. When you're listening to the album, great, but that's it. Then you get into The Assassin, and musically, that's something a little bit different on this album. That one stands out just for the music. I really dig it. I really think that's a song that possibly could get pulled out and would be enjoyed live a little more often, just because it is something totally different. Something, well, not totally different. I mean, there are other Maiden tracks it sounds like, but on this album, it's something that's totally different. Then you get into Running Silent, Running Deep. It's okay. I like this one has a great multi-textured moving kind of flow to it, where there's a couple different pieces to it. Kind of moves the album along nicely. It's great when you're listening to it. Next track, it's a really kind of basic kind of rock song, but it really, I hate to say it because of the title of the song, but hooks in you. It really does. It's got its hook, and it's called Hooks in You. And I think they maybe were working on this, and they're like, "Hey man, that was just a great hook," and working, and the song title probably progressed from there. I like to believe. Hooks in You, though, in its wake, it is actually connected lyrically to the Charlotte the Harlot series. So you got Charlotte the Harlot, 22 Acacia Avenue. 22 Acacia Avenue is specifically mentioned in this song, and then, later on you've got From Here to Eternity. So this is kind of, Hooks and You's kind of related to that, not quite. I really dig it. I think this would have been a better song if Bruce had done it solo, and it sounds almost like it was supposed to be one of Bruce's solo songs, and Maiden decided to grab it up instead. And speaking of Bruce solo songs, that brings us to probably the best song on this album, at least in my opinion. Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter, which was supposed to be Bruce Dickinson solo. And if I remember correctly, I think it was supposed to be on one of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. But Iron Maiden ended up grabbing it and using it, and it's a great song. This was how I discovered that I really like Bruce Dickinson songs when I first started getting into it, because this is one of the first Iron Maiden songs that really stuck out and kind of grabbed me. And I will also say that this should have been the song that finished the album. It would have been a beautiful finish to the album, And instead they opted to finish the album with Mother Russia, which, while a decent tune and enjoyable, really leaves the album falling flatter than it could have. Because if it had finished with Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter, it would have finished on such an up note that everybody would be like, come on, give me more, more. So I think that was an opportunity lost. This is an okay album. If you're a Maiden fan, it's an okay album. If you're your casual listener, it's got a couple good tracks. I personally, I love Holy Smoke. I'd like to see Holy Smoke done live. Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter, I've seen done live. Great fun song. No, actually, sorry, I apologize. I am incorrect on that one. I have not seen Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter done live. I mean, I've seen it on video. I've not personally seen it live. I'd like to see that one live as well. The Assassin could be a fun song live as well. I wouldn't mind seeing that one live. And Hooks in You, if I were to go see Bruce Dickinson solo, I'd want to see Hooks in You live that way, but I don't want to see Maiden do Hooks in You. It's not the right song for them. I would even do Hooks in You live, because it's just kind of a good, fun song that way, you know? Anyways, those are my thoughts, my opinions. Let me know what you think. That's what the comment section's for. Otherwise, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and peace, love, and take care.